Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Have Lunch. Today, I'm going to be broadcasting right from my mobile device because I want to show you how to use the Forever app and show you some great tips on workflows of bringing your best photos into Forever. I get questions on this all the time, and I want to be able to show you an example of what I do when I'm bringing my best photos into Forever and also organizing them in a way that will be easy to access and also pull up the Forever app and share. So let's go ahead and take a look. First, I'm going to start with my photos, the photo app, not the Forever app. So I'm going to go just to photos. So you can see it's at the top of my screen here. I'm going to click on that and back up here. And you can see that I am able to see my recent photos, okay, which are right here. I've got 25,409 recent photos. I've got a couple albums here, but I also have an album called Favorites, and this is part of my workflow. You can see I have hearts on my favorite photos from an event, and those are the ones I want to bring into Forever. So let's go to recents, and you can see I had a great weekend, and I'm going to start back at the beginning of the weekend. And you're able to see that I take lots of photos, probably just like all of us, right? And sometimes, as you can see here, I might take 2 or 3 of the same shot just to be sure I get a good shot. Everybody's eyes open, everyone looking at the camera. That's typically what I do. And you can see there's some Christmas presents being opened. So there's a lot of shots that I probably don't want to keep and I don't want to use. But I also in there have some good shots as well. So my first step in my workflow is to go in and to heart the photos that I like the best. So let's give an example here. Okay, so here are 3 photos. 1, 2, 3. Which one do I think is best? I think this one's best. So I can put a heart on it at the bottom just by clicking the heart. It will shade it blue. This is on an iPhone also. And now I know that of those 3 photos, I like the one with the heart the best, and that's going to essentially be the one I want to bring into Forever. Now, one other thing, you can see that this photo, when I switched to it, was being taken in live format. You can see that hand move on the left-hand side. Now, when you are using the Forever app, you can bring in those live photos into Forever. It will convert them and bring them into your Forever account through the Forever app. Okay. And I love the Forever app. That is what I use when I'm bringing photos in. My uploading is all through the app. Now, you can go on just the web browser on your phone, which would give you more options in Forever using the web app instead of the mobile app. But the mobile app has some great features in it for uploading. It's going to take one of those HEIC files, HEIC files, and convert it to a JPEG file while it's bringing it into Forever. So we're talking about the Forever app today and how to bring in your best photos. All right, so you can see here part of my weekly workflows or when I'm finished with an event is to go through and heart the best photo. So if I scroll through here slowly, you will see that I've hearted the best photos. The heart ones are the ones I want to bring into Forever. I don't want to bring in any of the other ones, just the heart photos. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Okay. So I'm just scrolling through and you're seeing those photos. Now, let's go out of photos and go back to my regular screen. And I'm going to go to the Forever app. Okay. So the Forever app is, you can see on my screen, it's the bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to click on that. And there we go. So there we are. This is my Forever app. We're at the home space on my app. You can see a little information about my app. You can also see on this day, December 12th, all these years back, what was happening on this day. And you could go through and see those. And you can also see some of my recent uploads and some of my things that have been favorited in my Forever account. Okay, so next step, I'm at the bottom of the screen. You can see across the bottom, there's home, library, connections, and activity. If I click library, I can then at the top see that there is library, albums, and tags. I'm going to click on albums. And you can see here all the albums in my Forever account, just like I would see from the home screen on the web browser. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new album. I'm going to hit, so I'm on the albums page. I'm going to hit the green plus button. And I'm just going to call this example Christmas photos. Okay, just so that I can show you an example. I'm creating an album and I'm bringing those favorites right into this album. I can add more information here. It's automatically going to save this as a private album. I could date it and put a description if I'd like, but I'm not going to right now. I'm just going to save it. And then at the bottom, you see it says in green, album example. Whoopsie, it went away. I could have clicked on that to go to that example album, or I can click the magnifying glass, top right-hand corner, and start typing in the album I just created to find example Christmas album. And here we are. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in my best photo. So I'm going to hit the green plus button at the top. I'm going to add from device. And now I'm in my photos here that are on my camera roll. And actually, since I've actually already done this process, but I'm showing it to you again, you can see which photos are already in Forever by the green band on the bottom of the photo that says Forever. So that's one really great organizing tool so that you can see what is already in your Forever account. But for this example, I want to just bring in the hearted photos. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Top right-hand corner is a file box. Click the file box. And then it opens up all of your albums that are on your phone. If you scroll down to favorites, you can see all of the favorites are going to be all the ones that you've hearted. So I'm going to click favorites. And you can see I've actually already brought all of these favorites in, but it's part of my workflow. And I might come out, if I look down here, that I may have some favorites that haven't been brought in yet. So I want to bring that one in. It wasn't brought in. And sometimes I just scroll through to see, do I have all my favorites in here? Oh, look, some of these did not make it in. So I'll add these from my daughter's birthday. Okay. And these didn't make it in for my daughter's birthday. So I'm going to click the top right-hand corner. That little check will select all in that grouping. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit add to example Christmas photos. Actually, it's turning out that it's not a great example for you because I named it Christmas photos, but I already had those in there, but you're getting the idea here. So those 19 photos are now uploaded into this album. Okay. So I'm going to actually show you how to edit the name of this album. Click the three dots and let's see. Actually, that is not how I'm going to, but this is actually how I could reorder the photos in this album. I could order it by date taken oldest first or upload date or any of those ways, but I do like date taken oldest first. That puts it in order. And you can see there's a video in here too. Once that processes, that will be playable right here because I do have video streaming. Okay, so now let's just say that I want to share this album. And I also want to gather photos from the Christmas that we celebrated this weekend from everybody else's phones. So see that little box with the arrow? I'm going to click on that. And this is my share link. I can just copy the share link right here and paste it in a text message to send people to share these photos. But I also can toggle this button on here, allow anyone with the link to upload. And what that's going to do is when I copy and paste and send this text message of this link, everyone that receives it can see my photos. They can download my photos. They could do whatever they want with my photos, but they can also upload their best photos. So upload the ones that they've hearted or that they've taken. And those photos will go right here in this album. And essentially, we will be gathering the best photos from the Christmas weekend. So I'm going to actually show you that album because it's already been created. Hold on here. Because I actually did this workflow. Okay. So it is 2023 Christmas with GB and Papa. And you can see I've got my photos in here, but example, this is my dad's photo. And if you click on it, you can see at the bottom. So let me just slow down here. But at the bottom, you can see it's uploaded by Ted and Bonnie Ogle. So I'm seeing that this photo was not one that I took, but it was one that my dad took. And he brought that into the account, my album, because he uploaded it on the upload link that I sent him. So that's an example. And you can go through and see which photos belong to who took which photos. So let's see if there's another one here. I know that it's not mine. This is another one. Isn't that cute? By the fireplace. Again, if I click the eye on the bottom, I can see this was uploaded by Ted and Bonnie Ogle. And, in the app, we can see location and all kinds of things. Whoops. I think I lost my screen here. Okay, let's get back to the Forever app. Okay, hold on a second here. There we go. All right. So hopefully that has been a good explanation of using the Forever app to gather photos, to share them, and to bring other ones in as well. We can talk more at another time about other details of the Forever app, but I essentially like to use the Forever app for uploading and for, finding things and seeing things as well. So just give you one more tip. If I were to click on tags, I could go in here and see, whichever photo. So let's use my daughter, Anna Faith, as an example. If I just type in her name, I could see, her baby pictures right here. And here are pictures from when she was a baby. So, the app is a great way to have quick access to all of your photos, to be able to share and show someone. People ask me all the time, what I do, and I talk about scanning and how I can help people, identify their photos. And I'll just pull up the app. I've got a photo right here of some of our heritage photos. I'll click on that photo and show them my family history. I'll click on the eye to show the description. And this is something we talk about in Let's Have a Lunch all the time, about how we can add a description, we can add tags. Well, the app makes it easily accessible. So you can just go to the app and find your things and be able to show them. It's really fantastic. So that's it for today's Let's Have Lunch. Thanks for joining me.